The all-important weather conditions before we go any further. We'll take a look at what is happening for the rest of the day. We've got some rain developing through the morning and then northerly rising to gale force this afternoon. The wind at the moment is about 25 kilometres per hour. The temperature 23 degrees maximum. Humidity quite high, which is slightly unusual for Wellington, to be honest with you. What about the pitch, though? The all-important pitch. I've got Craig McMillan out here with me. Macca, first of all, do you think it's been a good test match pitch?
Dooley, I think it's been an excellent test wicket because it's offered assistance to all the different skill sets. We've seen batsmen score hundreds. Daniel Vettori, Mishbar one short, so we nearly had 2 test centuries. We've seen the seamers. Chris Martin picked up 4. Umar Gull picked up 4 wickets. Just enough in the wicket for them. And then Daniel Vettori, of course, with spin, which it should do on days 4 and 5. And both teams can win this test match heading into day 4. So for me, it's been an excellent test wicket.
Welcome into the Basin Reserve. We're in the capital city of New Zealand, of course, for the second test match between New Zealand and Pakistan. Special welcome to all our viewers around the world, with the very good news that against all weather predictions and against the odds, we're going to start on time. The forecast was for a bit of a cyclone to pass by, close by the Wellington area, and bring us a multitude of rain and deluges, 25 millimetres they're talking about. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it. And whilst we've had a little bit of just milling around out in the middle and wondering what the heck was going to go on, about half an hour ago, they decided we'll give it a crack. So the batsmen are out there. They're good and keen about their work, which is a good sign for New Zealand because they have to advance the game today without being stupid about it. They have to be positive and try and get into a situation where they can ask Pakistan to either survive tomorrow or try and win the game and keep them entertained that way. Anyway, the news is very, very good. Umps are out there. Here come the Pakistani fielding side, and over in the commentary box is Ramiz Raja, and alongside of him, it's a good morning to Grant Nisbet.
Morning, Smithy. Morning, everyone. Yes, dire predictions about the weather, but so far so good. It's certainly very humid. In fact, 97% humidity, according to our reading just a few minutes ago. So that might mean that the bowlers have an advantage this morning. The ball might just hoop around a wee bit, so we'll have to wait and see. But a big day this, if we can get plenty of cricket in, because at the moment, Pakistan had that 20-run lead on the first innings, which has now been reduced to 11. And McCullum and Guptill to open up this morning. Morning, Ramiz.
Morning, Nisbet. Yes, it'll be interesting to see which team makes the first move. And New Zealand, obviously, the onus is on New Zealand, really, to advance the game, as Smithy was just mentioning. They've got the firepower in Guptill and Brendan McCullum. Both well equipped to see off the first ball. Terror. Tanveer Ahmed has got the ball, 1 over, none for 5.
And to open the bowling of this session, Tanveer Ahmed.
But good bowling conditions. It is overcast, heavy conditions, and the ball will or should do a little bit.
Set to roll then, day 4 of the test match. Martin Guptill then to take the first delivery from Tanveer Ahmed. Goes after it. Guptill, nice shot. Just a little wide of the off stump. And he's hammered it away through extra cover for 4. Good start to the day.
First sign from Guptill that is not going to allow Tanveer Ahmed to settle down. A crashing drive through the offside looked extremely good then. Guptill, full flow of the bat, and the intention was always to get a 4. Lovely strike, a confidence booster indeed.
Again through the offside, and this one perhaps not timed as well, and he'll pick up a couple. So good over of batting from Martin Guptill. 6 off the first over of the morning, and New Zealand are 15 without loss. So 3 bowlers used by Pakistan so far in the second innings, and that over by Rahman last night might tell us a bit about what will happen today if we get plenty of cricket. But not surprisingly, Umar Gull will bowl from the northern end. He's bowled all of his overs, and there have been plenty of them in this match from the northern end of the ground. And there's his test record, 121 wickets, with his best of 6 for 135. Said it many times, he is the workhorse of this Pakistan attack.
You can see that he's not a natural lever of the ball. He likes to hit the ball hard, square through the offside and the leg side. Very good cutter and puller of the ball. So seemed just a little odd when he paired it up to that ball in the first innings. That's a very unusual way of leaving the ball. Covering the line, they're going back and then making sure that the ball was not coming back to hit the stumps. The back leg came across to protect the stumps.
Right on.
He really hits the ball hard, Brendan McCullum. Doesn't matter whether he's facing his first over of a brand new day. Have a look at it. Really went hard at it. Almost lost his balance in the process.
And he's underway for the day is McCullum, as the ball just goes forward of the square leg umpire. So McCullum joining Guptill on 7, and New Zealand's pretty close to wiping out that 20-run deficit on the first innings. Oh, he didn't play a shot. Oh, dear me. He brought the umpire back into play, and he got the benefit of the doubt this time.
Unfortunately, pressure will be on Daryl Harper because he's had an ordinary test match. That ball came back and clearly missing the stumps outside the off stump, but the appeal was an extravagant one, just trying to put pressure, extra pressure on the umpire, who's been under the scanner for all the wrong reasons. There you see Tanveer Ahmed just go off completely, pleading, begging the umpire, but obviously couldn't convince Daryl Harper. Yeah, big not out.
I heard no ball shouted there, didn't I? Yes, he doesn't keep his hand out. Daryl Harper, he calls no ball and then delivers the signal a little later. And yes, he didn't have something behind the line, which is what he's got to have. And there's the LBW appeal.
Yeah, way outside the off stump. But because the shot was not played, that got Pakistan excited. But clearly missing the stump by a long way.
Oh, they've gone up for an appeal. And he wants to have a look. Now, did he get a fingertip on it for a start off? And if so, was McCullum back? Couple of things to look for here.
Also for a no ball, Brendan McCullum feels is in. Looks pretty comfortable out there. Not hassled at all by the appeal, the extravagant appeal from Pakistan. Umpire Daryl Harper has asked for a referral. Punishing straight drive. Getting part of his palm. The bat was grounded. I think he knew exactly what was happening, Brendan McCullum. Crashes into the stumps. The bat is in. Yeah, no drama. Brendan McCullum survives.
Yes, he does. That'll be conveyed to the players. I think they probably know anyway. And so the decision is going to be not out. And New Zealand remain at 18 without loss. It was a beautifully struck drive by Guptill.
You've got to be mighty careful as a non-striker when Guptill is on strike, because he can strike them big straight back.
Another no ball. So this over somewhat extended. Second time in the over that he's overstepped.
He's overstretching himself, Tanveer Ahmed, trying to bowl quick. They're once again clearly over the line. And it releases the pressure. All the good work, the hard work comes to no effect.
Played away beautifully by Guptill. That's a lovely stroke away through mid-wicket. So New Zealand are now in credit, and it's 23 without loss.
Struggling with his length, struggling with the no ball problem, and Guptill in great position to play that pull shot. He was ready for that length. That's why the ball was beautifully timed and played in front of mid-wicket. Tremendous strike.
And he may be less happy with it now because it's been smashed to the boundary. And that won't help it shape a great deal. 27 without loss.
That fielder is not in a good position for Brendan McCullum's pull shot because he picks the length early, plays it away nicely. Great execution of the pull shot. That man in the deep was not even in the picture in the frame when that ball went across for 4. Dal Harper, nice early wake-up call for him.
Another no ball, this time by Gould. So it's becoming a little plague here. The umpire did have a chat with him in the last over, suggesting he's getting very close. And maybe he's just overstretched it. Yeah, just a wee bit. And that's the end of the over. New Zealand 28 without loss.